Man just slept with a strange woman for one night, only to wake up and find his cell phone missing. It turns out that the woman had locked his cell phone in the safe to prevent him from slipping away, and she said she forgot the combination. But it's not hard to get her to remember. It's just playing a game with her. Because of an urgent need for a cell phone, the man had no choice but to obey, until the woman was satisfied and went to sleep. The man took his cell phone and left in a panic. He thought he would have nothing more to do with this woman. But at night, David and his wife ready to go to bed. Upstairs suddenly came a strange sound. David rushed to pick up his bat and get ready to fight. A mysterious man in black suddenly jumped on him from behind. David tried to push away his opponent's pistol and returned fire. The killer was in pain and immediately turned to run away. Soon the police arrived at the scene. What David never expected was that the sheriff in charge of his case was the pretty girl he had just met last night. Seeing that the other party also had a horrified expression on her face, David immediately raised his heart to his throat. He was afraid that his wife would find out what happened last night. However, before he could say anything, the female sheriff and his wife went to the bedroom to take a look alone. This could not help but make David even more nervous. As soon as he entered the bedroom, the policewoman saw the messy clothes beside the bed. Then she felt the warmth of the comforter. She tentatively concluded that this was not a simple burglary, but most likely a murder in disguise. She asked David to contact her if he thought of anything else. David was relieved to see that she didn't expose him, but the next morning he came back to find the policewoman. Laura thought David had come up with something, but she didn't realize that he was only after the encounter that night. It turned out that David was afraid that the policewoman would tell his wife about them, but the policewoman said she wouldn't. After all, she didn't want her co-workers to know about her personal affairs. Hearing that, David's heart was relieved. He thought he could just leave the matter to the police, and he could just concentrate on his work. But he didn't expect that the policewoman would soon come with a clue. She took David to the beach house. Then she handed him a pair of binoculars and told him to look at the fourth house from the left. David looked into the distance with a puzzled face and saw that his partner was vacationing there. When he looked at the villa again, he was shocked to see that the woman was his wife. He couldn't believe his eyes. But then the police chief told him that the murderer who tried to kill him that night was hired by his partner and his wife, because once David died, his wife would inherit his shares. Although they now know who the murderer is, but without evidence, they still need to wait for the right moment.